Hi, in this success strategy video, we're going to talk about how to approach a passenger and tell them about the RideShare Drivers Club. Okay, Tony, you're the expert here. How do you approach passengers and tell them about the RideShare Drivers Club? Because, of course, passengers can join.
This one is easy as pie, and it couldn't be any easier for a driver to bring a passenger into the club. Let's think about this for a second. Most drivers, Uber, Lyft, it doesn't matter. Most drivers will have a conversation with their passenger. They'll initiate a conversation, or the passenger will initiate a conversation. But what they talk about is the weather, the children. Stop talking about the weather when you got a passenger in your back seat who represents maybe an ounce of gold. They're locked, the doors are locked, they got their seatbelt on, they can't go anywhere, and you have something that can help them. Now, it's very easy to go into the conversation like, for instance, how's your day going? Going fine, bro. Do you use Uber often? I'll use Uber as the example. You use Uber often? Oh, yeah, quite a bit. So that means you get a lot of drivers, huh? You know, each one of those drivers would like to be part of this club, and you hand them the card. What's the club all about? It's a club for RideShare Drivers Club. It's a club for passengers and drivers. Passengers can get into this too. You know, most of my passengers love it. The ones I had this morning, they couldn't wait to get home to sign up. Take a look at it, right? You can make some extra money. You can reduce or completely eliminate your Uber or Lyft fees for the whole month just by bringing on a couple of members. I'm sure you have a Facebook account. Right? You'll get some back and forth interaction. How many people do you have on your Facebook? Oh, I got 400. I got 500. You know, each one of those people probably use Uber or Lyft. And how many of those people would love to be in your position to be able to eliminate or at least reduce drastically your monthly rideshare costs? And I get a lot of good responses from the passengers, especially because they can't go anywhere. And there's nothing else to talk about because I'm not about to talk about the weather or the strategy.
Right. That's boring anyway.
But now the other thing is you don't force this on anybody. There's some passengers that come in, they got their cell phones on, they got their head into the cell phone, and they don't want to hear nothing. Just drive me and take me where I got to go, and don't even talk to me. That's going to happen. But most people are pretty congenial, and they want to talk to their driver. They always ask you how long you've been driving. How about 3,000 rides? Oh, that's a long time. Not many. And you're right. There's not many drivers out there that have that many rides in because of the situation that we're trying to alleviate. The drivers don't make enough money. The passengers don't make enough money. Right? Everybody wants to make some money, and we got a nice, easy, convenient way for both to make some extra cash.
Right. Well, honestly, nobody's making enough money these days for the most part. I'm a video producer. I have nothing to do with Uber, but I'm not making enough money. So, and everybody needs supplemental income.
I've had lawyers and nurses too. They're coming out of the hospitals. You pick them up, take them home from the hospital. Lawyers and nurses, they're fascinated by the fact that they could actually reduce their or eliminate the cost of their monthly back and forth. You know, it's $150, $200 sometimes. You know, if they're using it 5 days a week, that means they're in at least 10 Ubers a week. That's 40 Ubers a month. That's 40 different drivers that they could bring into the program.
That's a lot.
And if they're using it 40 times a month, even if they're only going a couple of blocks, they're spending $200, right? $5 times 40, 200. Okay. So if they bring on just, let's say, for instance, 3 members, first 2 members eliminated their cost for membership, $1 a day. The next one is starting to reduce that $200 a month. Okay, the first one's only $15. But as the weeks go on, right, within a couple of months, they can continue to ride back and forth to their normal job, doing nothing more than talking to the brand new Uber driver. Check this out. Come into this club. You can make some extra money. And before long, they're riding for nothing.
Okay, now one thing I want to get clear with the passengers. I mean, I'm afraid that some passengers would think somehow that we're affiliated with Uber to the point where they like get credits for their membership and therefore they're like applied
No,
to their
no.
rides.
One of the
They
things
just get
that
paid, right? They could take their commissions and go buy a new dress if that's what they wanted to do, right?
one of the things I explained to them is that this is not another rideshare service. You can join the club whether you're in an Uber or Lyft or a sidecar, whatever TNC they want to be associated with, and there's no obligation. There's no obligation for them to use one or the other. They could use different Lyft to go home and Uber to get to work. It depends on whichever rideshare will pick them up the quickest, usually. The point being that when they get their monthly residual check, they can use it to pay their phone bill for all I care. They can do whatever they want with it. All it is actually doing is offsetting the cost that they're going to have to pay every month for their transportation.
Yeah, and the payment is isn't it a direct deposit?
Yeah, it's a direct deposit into their account, or they can use the PayPal. They can get it through PayPal. They're the only two ways we have. There's some other ways, but they're convoluted. Direct deposit is the easiest thing to do
Right.
for anybody.
PayPal, yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have
Whoever gets a check in the mail anymore. I mean, you could.
Right.
We can do that, but
Right.
I can't
So
I can't remember the last time I got a
1950s.
check in the mail.
Right.
It's been a long time.
Okay. And most of the passengers you approach, their response is positive? How is it?
I would say 110% positive. That doesn't mean they're all going to go home and jump on their computer and look at the site, because I can tell by the traffic. Some nights I'll get home at 3 a.m. and the traffic on the site is, I should have at least 20 people on here because I told 20 people about it. They said they were going to go home and get on the site. But, it doesn't happen that way. So it's a numbers game. If you tell 20 people, be happy if 2 people really take you serious and go on the site. But that's okay, because 2 people a night, right? If you're working 5 days a week, that's 10 a week. And you only need a 20% conversion rate of those already interested people to put you on the right track to make some serious cash. Monthly.
Okay. And then also,
recurring.
Let me make clear too. I mean, if somebody really wanted to, they could sell their mama on this club, right? I mean, mama who never drives with Uber or Lyft. I mean, can't anybody join, or am I wrong there?
Well, no, anybody could join, except that the passengers who regularly use the service are at a great advantage because they have a customer built in there, a potential customer built in when they get in the car, and that's their driver. And the drivers listen to the passengers. And if you got something to say, we're listening. We want to be very attentive. And if the passenger's telling me how to make some extra money, sure, I'm going to listen. I may even stop the car and turn around and say, "Are you serious? How much can I make?"
Right. And of course, all of our content is geared toward RideShare, but someone could join the affiliate program even if they don't really do RideShare.
I don't see anybody coming on looking on the internet for an affiliate program where they can make residual income. Actually, that did happen once. It did happen once. And the person that it happened to.
Oh, yes, that's true. Well, I'm thinking more not so much about, online marketing there, but face-to-face. And if somebody's making 200 extra bucks a month and it's been pretty easy, well, heck yeah, they'd want to tell their friends or their family or whoever about it. I would think,
Facebook accounts are real strong for recruiting purposes. You can't be one-on-one face-to-face.
Exactly, that's true.
Yeah, when the passenger's door is locked, so's the driver's door. He can't go anywhere either. You've got him for as long as you need him.
There you go. All right, well, that's pretty good advice. All right, so I think that's the end of this episode of RideShare Drivers Club videos. So
thanks again.
Sure.
Come back to see me soon.
See me soon. That's right. You got to change clothes. I'm kidding. We'll talk with you later. Bye.
All right, honey. Bye.